everyone. Welcome back from lunch. Welcome to Cultivating Change. We're going to be talking about strategies for faculty adoption and buy-in. So my name is Lexi Palma. I am one of the implementation specialists here at Interfolio. I'm going to be kind of co-moderating this talk with my colleague Christina, and I'll let her introduce herself.
I'm Christina Gomez. I'm an implementation specialist with Interfolio as well. And like Lexi said, I'll be here co-moderating and helping out. And then we'll let our lovely ladies help us out.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Simone Washington. I'm here from California State University, Long Beach. And we have Interfolio where we use the RPT module. So I remember being a 2-year-old going to school, and they had us using these big green screen IBMs. I don't know if you remember those. And then at the age of 8, my parents got me my very first desktop computer. It was a Tandy 2000. I don't know if you remember those. So computers and digital technology is pretty much in my DNA, and it's been part of my career in one way or another for my entire career. And so I've been using Interfolio here at Cal State Long Beach for the past 7 years.
Hi, everyone. My name is Liz Richter, and I am the Manager of Administrative Services for Seaver College at Pepperdine University. I received my master's in higher education administration from West Virginia University, so I am a transplant. I've been the lead of Interfolio for Seaver College for 2 years. And I don't have a background in as quite like yours, Simone, which is very, very impressive. I was a theater kid, so I still enjoy community theater.
So Simone, can you give us an overview of California State University, Long Beach, and what that school is like, that university?
Yes, so California State University is system-wide. We have 23 campuses. I'm on the Long Beach campus where we service over 41,000 students, over 2,000 faculty members, and I'm one of 1,600 staff members. So we accept about 90,000 student applications a year. And so we're the largest, one of the largest campuses in the CSU system. We are also noted as among the best colleges in America, and we are the top 10% in the U.S. Universities on return on investment.
Just a couple questions about your history with Interfolio. So I see you implemented it in 2017.
Yes.
Do you know about how many cases you're doing per year now, and like what processes are you using RPT for?
Yes, so we use RPT for tenure track faculty evaluations. So that is about upwards of 300 cases every year. We also use RPT for lecture evaluations, and that can be between 800 and 1,200 cases a year. We also use RPT for sabbatical leaves, and this coming fall, we will be using RTP or RPT.
I know, the West Coast is funny. They switched the RTP and RPT.
Yes. Yes, we are launching the use of RPT for range elevations.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
All right, Liz, can you give us an overview of Seaver College at Pepperdine?
Of course. There are 3,350 undergraduate students with a 13-to-1 student-faculty ratio. 45 majors, 52 minors, 5 graduate programs, 8 academic divisions. We have a robust international program with 95% study abroad participation. And I'm still in awe of the Malibu campus. We have a beautiful view, and it's an 830-acre campus for Seaver. So that's the undergraduate college. And Pepperdine is rooted in a Christian mission with a focus on academic excellence and global engagement.
All right, and how many cases does your school do annually?
For Seaver, we do between 20 and 30.
Okay, so it can change like year to year depending on?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
And so Simone, can you tell us about Cal State Long Beach's current goals with using Interfolio and how you're kind of utilizing it on campus?
Yes, so we're always wanting to improve the way that we manage our tenure track faculty evaluations through RPT. So we're always looking for ways to improve efficiency. And for our lecture evaluations, we're looking for ways to improve the way that we use RPT for that process as well. And as I mentioned before, we're going to launch range elevations in RPT this fall. And our university has recently revised our RTP policy, our university-wide policies. And the colleges and departments are now in the process of updating their policies to match the university policy. And that means that we now will be adding a form for candidates to kind of let us know and the evaluators know like which of the either old policy or new policy they want to be evaluated based on. So we'll be implementing one of the newer forms that is just being launched, and so we'll be using that in the fall as well.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, Liz, can you tell us Pepperdine's current goals and utilization of Interfolio?
Of course. We use Interfolio to streamline and standardize our faculty review and promotion and tenure processes. That we support the university's commitment to academic excellence, and transparency is a big part of that. We do want to work smarter, not harder, and so this centralized system strengthens our ability to do that as well. And overall, to make the process more clear, easy, and more efficient for CBER faculty is a huge goal of ours.
Well, I bet they really appreciate that as well. Okay, so Simone, you have 3 keys for successful faculty buy-in. Could you please elaborate on this for us?
Yes, so this year's conference, the theme is Unite, Innovate, and Empower. And the keys that I have to offer are in alignment with that. And so uniting the campus, the faculty through communication, implementing innovative ways to stay responsive, and also empower our faculty through offerings of professional development. And so although these are things that we're already doing and they're very elementary, they also have a really big impact, especially if we're not doing them. So it's very important to prioritize these keys, these points, so that our faculty are equipped with everything that they need to be successful while using the system. And so when we talk about communication, things like sending out email reminders or sending out an introduction email at the top of the fall semester to just let everyone know like that they're up for an evaluation, and that can be like the first point of catching a mistake if they are not actually up for evaluation. That's the first line of communication to kind of prevent some longer term mistakes that we might run into. An introduction email about what to expect throughout the process, and periodic emails throughout the process to say, this is what you should expect next, this is the deadline that's coming up, this is when you should expect responses from your evaluators at the various levels. It is a lot of work in the front loading, but it is very helpful because these are points of reference that you can fall back on if someone says that I didn't know, I wasn't informed. Well, here's the email that I sent back in August to say otherwise, right? And it's also always keeping people informed of what's happening next. Always being upfront and clear and transparent about what's going on with the system, what's going on with the modules, what's going on with the softwares. If there are any kinks that you're working out, just to be very clear and transparent about it. Faculty and just people in general don't like it when they don't have the information or they feel that we're hiding things. And so just being very upfront, being transparent about the system might be down or it might be a backlog or whatever it is, just communicating that is very helpful. Other suggestions is like inviting yourself to the college meetings or any gatherings that the colleges are having that includes the deans, the department chairs, and the faculty. And maybe you can come in to speak at one of the meetings, to introduce yourself, to let people know that you are the point of contact for them for Interfolio or for the module, it really does help to put a face with a name and not hide behind emails or you're in your office or in the computers. And it really does help when they see a physical person in front of them and you're available to answer questions that they have right then and on the spot. Being available by Zoom and Teams, just offering yourself in any way that you can. Offering in-person and one-on-one sessions for faculty who are not well-versed in technology. A lot of what I've discovered is that our faculty are a bit shy about sharing that they are not tech savvy. Like, they really do pride themselves on being subject matter experts in their field, and they're not as willing to say that they need help with technology. So offering yourself to go to their office, to stand by them or stand with them as they're doing certain things, offering yourself for them to come to your office or doing something by Zoom just to walk them through these initial steps can prevent them going to the dean or the provost to say that Interfolio doesn't work, right? Because that's usually what happens. It's like, oh, well, what do you mean? And it always is that they were struggling with something, but instead of saying that, it's the whole system doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So again, this is a way for us to build community with our faculty and with our stakeholders, the administrators, just to be available, open lines of communication both ways, so that everyone feels comfortable and begins to feel comfortable with the modules that we're using. And so that is the way that we unite, through communication. And then moving into responsiveness. Have an idea of how fast you want to be able to offer responses to emails, phone calls, any ways that the faculty and administrators are responding to you. I make it a priority to respond within the same day if that's at all possible, answering the phone calls if I'm at my desk, or returning the calls in the same day. I cannot tell you how valuable that is, because faculty just do not expect quick turnaround in responses from anything related to IT. They don't. And so if that's something that you can offer, that it's within your ability to do, it will help you gain a lot of brownie points with your faculty, and they will be less likely to attack you in other ways, in other meetings or whatever, right? So these are very little things, and I know it's a lot of work on your part to be able to do this, but it will help you in the long run to have advocates in your faculty and your administrators who are using the software. And finally, so the responsiveness, the other responsiveness is if you have people who are working with Interfolio or the software at the college level, and you are equipping them with information, and they may be your case managers, that you would have periodic debriefing meetings with them. So as a matter of fact, we have a meeting next week. So it's myself and each of the executive assistants for each of the colleges, because they are my college level constituents. And so we'll meet in July, we'll meet again in maybe December, well, anytime, twice a year, to hear like what's going on in the college, what is the feedback that they're getting from faculty as far as what their experience is with the software, and so that we can begin to come up with strategies to be more efficient the next time. And so having these periodic debriefing meetings is really helpful to understand what your faculty response experiences are, because it doesn't always get all the way to the Office of Faculty Affairs or the global users, the global managers of the system. So that has been very helpful for us. And so this is your opportunity to be innovative in the way that you are responsive to all of the stakeholders for Interfolio. And then finally, inundate your faculty, your evaluators, and your administrators with professional development opportunities. More than they can actually do and go to, just inundate them with it. So workshops, open labs, the ability to meet with you, or you're going to them to meet with them, resources on your website, one-pagers with screenshots, PDFs, video demonstrations available, just anything you can think of, provide it to them. If you need ideas, feel free to go to my website, or anyone in this room, go to their website, like take a peek, like steal some ideas, like it's there. Anything that you can do to offer ways for faculty and administrators to learn how to use the system, do it. So that way, no one can say, well, I don't know how to do this, or, you have the resources available to them. It's so helpful. And this is how you empower your campus community to own their own process in learning how to use the system, and you're also being available to help them along the way. And so, unite, innovate, and empower.
I have a question going off
Yes.
of that last piece that you had talked about and kind of tying into communication. At Interfolio, we have our product help page that's really robust. Do either of you use either a web page or like a shared drive where you kind of share with your faculty like university-specific resources or anything like that?
Well, I'm not really a fan of reinventing the wheel, so I may have like uploaded the demonstration videos that you guys made to our website. I was like, it works. So I reinvent the wheel. So I definitely have used the resources that you guys have created and put it on our website.
Perfect.
Yes.
The same for Pepperdine as well. We have a bank of videos that walk through step-by-step processes, as well as the handouts and various resources. But some of them are more specific towards Pepperdine.
Yeah, like the university centric.
Yes.
And then Simone did a wonderful job at putting all of this into a slide. So if you would like to capture her wonderful skills here, you feel free to.
There were also some slides and handouts uploaded in our session in the app. So if you're in the app and you're on our session, there are some slides there, and also an example of what an evaluator one-sheeter is. It's just a list of campus resources, best practices, and tech tips related to Interfolio and RPT that we share with evaluators. There's another version of it for candidates, so feel free to take that idea. It works really well for us, and yeah.
Yeah, and that is in the CVent app. So if you add this session to your CVent app and scroll to the bottom, I believe it says handouts, but if you click on that, you can get the PDFs as Simone shared. Awesome. And then Liz, I know you've talked about how Pepperdine kind of leans into like the creativity and the uniqueness of the campus to kind of drive faculty adoption. Can you tell us more about how you're doing that?
Of course. We currently offer 2 Zoom workshops as well as an in-person, and Pepperdine's a very special place. We're very focused on community, and one of the best ways to build that is by eating with one another. So we often do lunch and learns. There will be one hosted with an Interfolio walkthrough, so if you feed them, they will come, we find. We also love to use chocolate or candy as an incentive to help everybody. You're nodding in the front. I also encourage you to think about what about your specific institution is unique that might speak to your community. For Pepperdine, there's a rock in the center of our quad that is painted with messages. The students use it, the Greek Life uses it, but we use it for faculty as well. So there would be a painting of the Interfolio training to try to encourage the faculty buy-in in that way.
Awesome,
Well,
thank you.
I mean, we're going to try to encourage some buy-in here. We've got some sweet treats throughout the audience if you would like some.
Yeah, practicing what we preach. So we brought candy for all of you, and Sean's coming around with it.